Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review I'm doing a viewer requested figure. Not a customer. A viewer asked me to review the Halo Reach EMILE figure, so that's what we're doing. We're taking a look at EMILE. I don't know if I've done this guy or not. I know I've reviewed a lot of Halo figures, but I might have started doing the Halo figures after this guy came out. I don't remember. I thought I did, but I don't know. Anyway, here he is. He's actually a pretty darn good figure. I do quite like the Halo Reach figures. He stands about 5.5 inches tall, which is about 14 centimeters. They do have some drawbacks in some parts of the articulation and sculpt. A lot of people don't like their hips and crotch, but I think it's still generally a very solid figure, especially for the price point of around $12 when these were coming out. Can't really beat that. So let's take a look at the paint. He's got a whole lot of paint. You can see they painted the white part on his visor. This is one of the better ones. Some don't look so great, but I think it's definitely good enough. And then the metallic gold for the visor. Lots of detail paintwork throughout the chest and grenades and the stripes on the shoulders and all of that kind of stuff. It does come with some accessories. We have the kukri knife, which doesn't actually go in the sheath, unfortunately, but they did include it, so that's nice. Comes with a shotgun, so he's got his iconic shotgun, and it comes with a grenade. So basically everything you would need for EMILE. Sculpt-wise, it's fantastic. There's just loads of detail. They actually take the game models or renders or whatever you want to call them and add articulation to them. So the McFarlane Halo figures have loads of sculpted detail, so it's always nice. Let's go over the articulation. The head is on a double ball peg, so it has pretty good range of motion. No problem there. Shoulders, fixed ball hinges, so they have the peg that goes into the torso that lets the arm rotate around. No bicep swivel at the top, but we do get our bicep swivel down here, which isn't the best, but it does work. We do only get about 45 out of the elbow though, so that's not as good as it could be by any means. The wrist is the same type of joint as the elbow, except it's the full-on ball hinge, so it swivels at both ends, so that's pretty good. The torso is a double ball peg, so you actually get really good range of motion out of it. And it actually looks good pretty much no matter how you pose it. It's not going to really look gappy or anything like that. So really good range of motion out of that. For the hips, we have a swivel for the main part of the hip. It just swivels on the crotch right there. And then we have kind of like a double ball peg situation going on inside the thigh. For that gives us our thigh swivel and our lateral movement, which isn't bad. It gets a pretty decent range of motion and it still looks pretty good all the way around. It's not perfect, but I'm perfectly okay with it. So I think that's all right. And for the knees, we have the swivel and then the hinge. So the swivel there and then the hinge. There's no actual ball hinge. It doesn't swivel at the bottom again. For the ankles though, it's essentially a ball hinge because it swivels at the top and at the bottom and is hinged. So you can move that around, get yourself an ankle rocker, or do whatever you need to do with that. Posing the ankle shouldn't be any problem. And then for the toe, we have a ball peg. So it has a little bit of range of motion, not a whole bunch. It'll kind of just help for balancing him on uneven surfaces for the most part. So very nice figure. I definitely recommend it if you haven't collected the Halo Reach Noble Team. I think you should probably pick it up. You know, some people have mixed feelings about Halo Reach, but you can't argue that Noble Team set of figures is going to look pretty cool on your shelf, so I think you should probably pick that up. Stick around for some photos here at the end, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. In the meantime, keep collecting.